If you are a fan of the channel and you're wondering why I haven't uploaded for a week, it's because I got copyright strike. If you want to know why, join my Discord server down below. And disclaimers, the units aren't fully in order, like they partially are, but they partially aren't. It'll be on the text throughout the tier list. If you enjoy videos like these, then subscribe, because I put this video into sections so you can go to what part you want to see. So as a helpful YouTuber, not making a 10-minute video where you have to go find each part. So yeah, subscribe. Let's see in the video. So first we got not usable and meta. Now what I mean by Aaron is LB only is that Aaron is not usable in general, except from the only time you can use him is basically if you do leaderboard runs, and the rest of the units are basically dog war. I mean, Armin is the GOAT. I mean, he's kind of, I mean, maybe I could move him up to meh, but he's just not that guy. He's the GOAT, but he's also trash. So yeah, all these units that are either meh or not usable, I personally don't recommend summoning for any of these units. If you already have them, then it is what it is, but just do not summon for these units. Now we have good support. Now these units are good support units, however they're just not as good as the meta support units due to how many units there actually are in the game now, since we're at like update 10.7.5. So yeah, I mean, Aokiji is a kind of a good support, but his SP is too high. Gray is a very good support. He can actually hit airs and freeze them, however his damage is very low, and I'm pretty sure his range is not even that high, but he can maybe just about fit into meta support, but realistically he's just staying good support. Then you got Lulu, who's quite outdated, and then Crush is only for shields. Erwin is very outdated. All Might's very outdated. Like, these are kind of, they used to be meta, but now they're quite outdated. And I would not recommend summoning for these units or getting them, but if you do already have them, then it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Now, a lot of these units, such as Akainu, Ryu, and maybe even Jelly and Getu, they are very good. Actually, all these units in good air/hybrid used to be meta quite recently, all got buffed. However, due to the fact that there's so many units, like, they just can't be in meta. There's just too many new units. So if you have any of these units, especially towards the start of the game, since they're easy to evolve, they will help you out a lot, especially like Okiwara, etc. Like, if you have these units at the start, they will help you out a lot. However, I wouldn't recommend specifically summoning for them. I would just recommend just getting Meta Knight off the bat, in my opinion. Now we have a lot of units in good ground, and the thing is with good ground is that some of them are complete mid and they just should stay in good ground, and some of them they just are close to meta ground, but there's just too many meta grounds for them to say this meta, because if you put like 1,000 units in meta, it's not really a meta. So like Kobeni, I mean, I wouldn't recommend going for her, but if you get her, she's actually pretty good, close to meta but not necessarily at the same time. Same for units like Kenpachi or Sonic or Jolene. I mean, some of these units, they're very good, but you just can't say they're meta because they're just not. Well, they're very close, but there's too many to actually say. So I will not summon for any of these units in my opinion, but if you do get them. Now we got Speedwagon, Bulma, and Nami, the only farms in the game. So I mean, the best farm in the game when it comes to money wise is going to be Bulma. However, she's not that viable for story stages because she's too expensive, especially to place. I mean, not even just to place, it's more just upgrading her. So then the debate mostly between farms is going to be Speedwagon and Nami for story stages. In my opinion, it kind of depends. If you're doing a very hard story stage or legend stage and Nami cannot kill them, then there's no point in bringing Nami. But if they can, then bring Nami. So if you're like in the early stages, bring Nami. But in general, it's not that big of a deal if you use Speedwagon or Nami. It's like at the end of the day, farms are farms. It's not, they don't have like a big difference between each other, so that one farm is like way better than the other one. So just summon for any of them. Now we have Meta Burn and Meta Water. So Meta Burn is what we're going to go into more specifically. Bang being the best water unit in the game, and Noel being the second best water. But they're both just water, I guess. If you need them for water, like pools, etc., when they have water buff, I guess you would use them for now. For Meta Burn, Itachi is the best burn unit in the game, and Genos in second, and Yamamoto in third. However, Yamamoto does have a good ability with burn though, so if you just need a burn unit, bring these units. I mean, Itachi is also meta ground, which I'll show later on. And Todoroki, if you really don't have the other units and you need a burn, you can bring Todoroki or Natsu. So yeah. Now meta bleed, we've got Denji, Sukuna, Pito, and Ezra. Now the best bleed unit in the game is obviously going to be Denji, and then Sukuna coming in second. And if you want to buff your bleed by a lot, which is Power, who's in meta support, you're going to bring Power because she buffs bleed by a lot and could actually help you get a good DPS, but it is bringing 2 units, so filling in 2 slots and having to upgrade 2 units. Now slowly I'm going to get onto the units that you should be specifically summoning for, depending on you. Now one of those units is going to be Pucci, the best support in the game in my opinion. Very good, literally does very good damage, and his ability reduces the SPA in half for like all the units in the map for like, I don't even know how long, but it's a decent amount of time, and it was very good. And you also got Gojo, who I'd recommend summoning for. However, it is quite time consuming to evolve him, and it is kind of luck based. Power you get from the devil sea pools, and it only really buffs bleed. And then, to be honest, I would get any slow. Get Mochi. Mochi's like the slow that you can actually get from summoning. Amelia's from Infinity Castle. Todoroki's from Frozen Stars. Perona you can't get anymore. And then Kisuke is a good one, but it's just trading, and it's not that meta compared to like Pucci. I'm gonna also get Megumi. Megumi is very good if you really want to go for you want to get to become a top tier player in the game. So yeah, I would turn for those units. I did speak quite fast there, so if you want to go back, you can, since I put this video into sections. So you should subscribe for that. Get into meta/hybrid. Now they are in order, but partially. And what I mean by partially is that some of them can be debated, or like, someone might say Angel is better than Ichigo, or someone might say Sasuke is better than Metal Knight, but someone else would say the other way around. So they are a little bit debatable, but at the end of the day, they're all meta air hybrid, and they're basically from best to worst. Just maybe you can mix them up a little bit. So yeah, we got Dio. Literally everyone knows about Dio. Aizen. I mean, I would summon for Aizen, but you're gonna have to grind for him. Like, you're gonna have to grind quite a lot. So if you don't want to put in the grind and you're gonna try to get lucky, you can try to get Boros. Now I highly recommend, even if you're a new player, end game player, get Metal Knight. Literally unevolved, he can carry throughout the whole story, except for maybe the last one if you're a new player. And if you're a current player, you should still get Metal Knight because he's meta, he does a lot of damage. Now Sasuke, you can also get Sasuke, but you're gonna need to evolve him. So yeah, Julio's very good. However, he's not compared to some of the old units that I've shown, because he needs unique to place more than one of him, but he does have very good ability. And in my opinion, I mean, Ichigo is still pretty good, especially on placement and just a clutch up, maybe start off. And then the rest of the units, Angel is good, I guess, but it takes too much health off the base. And then Tatsumaki is good. Maybe I should put her a little bit higher. Then the rest, they are good, but they're just not as good as the other units. However, they're still meta and still very good if you have them. And Levi is on there because of power, makes the bleed better. So yeah. Now lastly, we have Meta Gran, and we got Pucci on there again because he does so much damage. Same for Gojo, but not as much as someone like Itachi or Jotaro or Ice Queen. And they are still also partially in order. They're in order, but from best to worst, however, not like fully, so you can mix them up a little bit. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. If you want to comment down below any of your opinions, etc., you can comment down below if you want to let me know anything. So yeah. And if you haven't already subscribed, only 5% of you watching this video actually subscribed.